Guys? Welcome back to the We Know Football podcast. I'm Tyler,
My name is Billy.
and week 2 is in the books. People are worrying about their fantasy teams. People are worrying about their real teams. A lot of big comebacks this weekend. We got a lot to talk about. Billy, how'd your fantasy teams do this week?
2-2.
Yeah, I went 1-3. So,
I won in my most important league, so I was happy about that. And I'm 0-3 in one league, or 0-2 in one league, but it's only week 2. Relax, guys. Your team will be fine, and a lot of people's teams are going to look different once bye weeks come. Depth is important.
I'm starting to get kind of itchy to make trades.
I sent 2 today, and they didn't answer them.
Oh boy. That's the worst, man.
I know.
That is the worst. So, you want to just hop right into it? Go through all this week's games?
Sure, but first, now you might already know this answer if you read it somewhere or heard, but who are the top 3, and not in any order, who's leading the league in passing right now?
Tua, number 1. Number 2 is Carson Wentz. He might be 3. I think it's Wentz at 2. And 3 is, oh, fuck. Who's 3? I've seen it so many times. I don't know. I don't remember. Marcus Mariota?
Joe Flacco.
God damn it. Joe Flacco. Yeah, Joe Flacco's 3.
Isn't that interesting?
Dude, I was amazed with Tua throwing 469 yards and 6 touchdowns. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not saying Tua's good. He just threw for a lot of yards. Still had
Yep.
2 interceptions.
I'm still not a believer. If he does it
No.
consistently all year, I'll be a believer.
And the Carson Wentz thing, he's throwing seems like he's got like a lot of garbage time shit going on.
Yeah, he had like 5 points at halftime yesterday.
Yeah, and I had him starting in the league, and I was like, "You motherfucker," because
It worked.
everybody said like, "Oh, Carson Wentz, pick him up in fantasy." Like, whatever, I'll give it a chance.
You know he finished as QB 15 last year?
Really, I know last season he only threw like 4 interceptions last year or some shit, and Matt Ryan's already thrown 3. No, he threw 7. He threw 7 last year, and he
What's going
didn't
on,
throw
man?
one.
Twitch comment.
Oh, he didn't throw one. He didn't throw an interception till like week 4 or some shit, and now Matt Ryan's already thrown 4 interceptions in 2 games.
The Colts definitely aren't having the start that I thought they were going to.
Yeah, no, they look like shit. So I don't know. You wanna start with that game? You wanna hop into it?
Yeah. Um, I don't know what's going on with the Colts. It's only week 2, I
Yeah,
know, but Jonathan Taylor, what'd he have, like 47 yards, something like that?
only had like 10 carries.
He didn't have a good fantasy output. Obviously, they're missing Michael Pittman, so that's a target that's gone. Um, I mean, he had a hot start like we thought he was going to, but I don't know. The Colts are just they haven't found it yet. Matt Ryan's looked like shit. JT looked good the first game, so did Pittman. And I mean, Jacksonville is definitely a better team.
You think Jacksonville's definitely the better team?
Did I say better team? No. They're a better team than last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought you said the better team.
No, just a better team than they were last year.
Yeah, no, the Colts, man. I talked about going to this game with my buddy. I'm so glad we didn't go because it was hot anyway, and the game sucked. But dude, they just look fucking bad. And like you said, Pittman wasn't playing, and they also didn't have the second string dude, Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
So they didn't have 2 of the top targets. But dude, they weren't giving it to Jonathan Taylor either. I mean, he only carried it 10 times, I think. But I don't know. The Jaguars have beaten Colts at home like the last however many fucking times. They've shut out the Colts like 5 times in the last 5 years or some shit.
I mean, a bright spot in this game was Christian Kirk, another good game.
Looked really good. On the other end of that though, if you drafted Travis Etienne, I'm sorry.
James Robinson is another bright spot of that game too.
He's looking like the guy. I mean, how are we supposed to predict that coming off the Achilles tear?
And I mean, they drafted ETN to be the guy,
Yeah, exactly.
which I don't know why they did in the first place because I liked James Robinson ever since he was remember that team ever since he came into the league.
Yeah, no, he's a good running back.
I mean, I'm not hitting the panic button on ETN yet,
No, not yet.
but honestly, the best case scenario we could see a time split.
Yeah, I mean, James Robinson has a touchdown in both games. I don't know what the carry breakdown is, but I mean, Etienne's getting a lot of the passing work. The dogs are going nuts right now.
I hear him.
But goddamn. But wow, going crazy out there.
Just want to answer the Twitch comment real quick. Yeah, Cowboys are a little bit of a weird team right now, but we'll see. It's only week 2, man.
Oh boy. Well, I guess we can get into that game. Kind of beat the Colts dead. The Colts though, they're gonna figure it out. I do think
I mean,
so.
they have to. They have a talented roster.
I still think they're the best team in the division. Talent wise, they're the best team.
Yeah, Titans suck.
Oh, they're fucking terrible. But all right, yeah, moving on. I guess we'll go into the Cowboys then, huh?
Yeah.
So, Cowboys 20, Bengals 17. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
No, I wasn't either. You'd think this was going to be the bounce back game for the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be a blowout. I mean, Cooper Rush starting. The fucking Cowboys just did not look good at all against Tampa. You bring the backup quarterback in and they win the game.
Zeke looked like shit.
Yeah.
Chase didn't have a good game. Higgins had a
Nope.
decent game because of his touchdown. I don't know what Mixon put up off the top of my head.
I have him in a couple leagues. Mm, he didn't have a monster game. I know that. He had 11.
Yeah, so nothing crazy. Uh, I don't know. I mean, dude, it's so early in the season. Like, I'm not hitting the panic button on any team or any player except for maybe the Titans.
Yeah, no, the Titans look really bad.
Maybe the Bears.
I mean, they need to start throwing the ball more. I mean,
Yeah.
we can get into all that, but are the Cowboys better without Dak?
No.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think they are. I'm starting to think that Dak's not the guy.
No, and I mean, I think we both know that we never pictured him becoming this elite guy, but we just saw him as a guy who could win games.
I don't think you can win a Super Bowl with Dak.
No. I mean, I agree with that. Also, I think
And
that they're better without Zeke too.
yeah, I mean, it's tough. I have Zeke in one league, and I was going through everybody's team, like, who could I trade for? And I thought I had one like figured out, and I thought they're not gonna take this. Like Zeke sucks,
Yeah. It's not
and
like he had a blow up game where you can where you can bait someone.
I'm hoping that they got the Giants this week. I'm hoping that this will be like his bounce back game, or whatever.
Yeah, Lake Nick 46 actually just said I really want to see this Cowboys versus Giants.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna show a lot. The
I,
Giants are 2-0, but they played two shit teams. Everybody's kind of hyping them up. Giants fans are going crazy, thinking that they got a good team now.
right.
Pump the fucking brakes a little bit, man. You still got Daniel Jones. He sucks.
I mean the plus side is that, Saquon's looking better. He didn't look great last game, but I mean there's only so much you can do.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
but
just to wrap up the Bengals game, like nothing, nothing super exciting. I definitely didn't expect the outcome that we got.
no, I mean, yeah, it wasn't a thrilling game. I'm surprised that the Cowboys won, and I mean, it was almost convincingly. Like they had that game in control, like from the kickoff. And the Bengals, I'm not sounding the alarm on the Bengals yet, but if they don't beat the Jets next week, like I'm scared, man. 0-3. They spent all this money on the O line. It's supposed to be all improved and shit, and Joe Burrow's getting killed. He's gotten sacked 13 times in 2 games. He's gonna fucking blow out his knee again.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely got to protect him. I mean, it's gonna hurt Mixon too. It's gonna hurt the whole team. I mean, the Jets don't look that bad, and yeah, if the Bengals lose next week, there's some concern.
Yeah, they cannot go 0-3. Not in that division.
Let's just get this one out of the way. Let's do the Vikings Eagles game. I mean, just a really shit performance by Minnesota. Line didn't hold up. Ton of drop balls, missed opportunities. Defense was nowhere. I mean, the pass rush wasn't that bad, but the I don't know what our safeties were doing. Like our coverage was so bad. I'm not taking any credit away from Philly. They're a really good team. They're going to be really good this year. But the way that Minnesota played last night, anybody could have beat us.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game, it's not so much like the Vikings, you're like scared of what they are. It was more like a credit to the Eagles that like the Eagles are legit. Like
Yeah.
people were on them and they knew they're going to be good, but I feel like that game last night, I feel like everybody kind of thought that the Vikings were going to win and the Eagles punched them in the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not concerned about our team going forward. I know that like we'll bounce back in that we didn't play up to our talent, but it is what it is. You know, you got to move on to the next week. It sucks, but fantasy wise, Jefferson really slow game. We still ended up with like 10 points, still hit double digits. Um, I mean, you know, Kirk didn't get him the ball fast enough. He could have missed him a couple times. He could have had more points. Cook, another slow game for him. I mean, I know he's gonna pick it up. He'll be fine. Little less of an exciting game for AJ Brown, but owners of Devontae Smith, I know, are happy about the performance he had last night. Which I mean, the Eagles were making a statement to get him the ball because he had 0 catches last week.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts had a really good game. But I mean, other than that, yeah, I guess the fantasy output wasn't. Oh, Dallas Goddard had a good game too.
Jalen Hurts has more rushing attempts than Justin Fields has throwing attempts this year.
That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what the Bears are doing. I guess we could get into that.
Yeah. Um. Lake Nick 46 says, "What team do you want to see play against?" And then you said go with the asterisks. Are you saying what game? What game do we want to see happen? But yeah. Get into the Bears game. Let you start that one off.
Uh, I was really, I was really thinking that the Bears were gonna at least cover. It was +10. I kind of thought the Bears are gonna win, but I guess I got fooled by the Packers again. The Packers aren't as bad as I thought they were. I still don't think they're that good. I mean, they didn't win by a lot. Like it was kind of close. But I think more the thing with that game is that like what the fuck are the Bears doing? The first game, Fields only throws it like 12 times or whatever. I get it. It was a fucking monsoon. Like I understood it. But last week, fucking clear skies, the dude only throws it 12 times, 11 times, whatever. Like what are we doing, man? You don't know. They still don't know what Justin Fields is cuz they're not letting him throw the ball.
No, they're not letting him throw the ball, and I mean, don't get me wrong, he doesn't have a lot to work with, but you can you can still succeed like with like the targets that are there. And I
Yeah,
guess by succeed I mean like at least try, at least throw the ball.
yeah. Darnell Mooney drafters are crying.
I have him in one league, and I'm glad that I only have him in one league.
Yeah. Hey, I was right.
You were. I'm not sounding the alarm yet, though. I'm not.
No, I mean they need to start airing it out more though. They need to know what Justin Fields is. They need to know if he's the guy or not, and you're not gonna figure that out if you're not throwing the damn ball.
Right. Like you're telling me we had a whole off season, and they didn't get him to the point where they feel comfortable with him throwing the ball at least 25 times.
Yeah, he looks good running the ball,
Yeah.
but that's all you see.
I bet you
But
if
this,
I bet you if you put Denard Robinson back there, he'd look good running the ball.
yeah, yeah. I mean, pretty much. But no, I mean, just a disappointing game from the Bears. And then on the Packers side, AJ Dillon had a shit game. 7 points. Aaron Jones had a really good game. And yeah, if you have Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon, I feel sorry for you because it's going to be like that all season long. It's going to keep hip hopping both
Yeah.
ways.
I mean, if you drafted AJ Dillon as a running back too, I would feel worse about that than having Aaron Jones as a starting running back because I think Aaron Jones' production is going to be a lot more consistent. AJ Dillon I drafted as a fill-in bench player, flex, bye week guy, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I see that.
But I mean, yeah,
Uh,
still looks like Green Bay hasn't found their wide receiver one. It'll probably end up being Lazard, but I mean, it was the Bears, so
Yeah, I don't know who they have this week, but
game that I'm looking forward to. Honestly, the next week, I believe the Bills play the Dolphins. That should be a good game. And
yeah,
uh, who do we think is going to win versus Steelers or Browns? I would have to go with the Browns. Steelers aren't going to be able to handle that pass rush and that defense.
yeah, I'd agree on that. And yeah, stick around. We'll do picks at the end here. You'll get the rundown on everything.
Yes, sir. Chargers Chiefs. So
Chargers Chiefs
yeah,
Thursday night. Did you watch that on Prime?
I watched I think half of it.
Coverage is pretty good.
Justin Herbert fractured rib, correct?
Yeah, I got something fucked up.
I believe he's day to day. So
He has to get a shot, I think,
so
to
I
play.
mean he should be fine unless it's more severe than it seems. I think this could benefit Austin Eckler owners. I have one share of him in one league. Mike Williams, hell of a game.
Yeah, he looked really good. One-handed catch there in the end zone.
If Herbert ends up going down though for some reason, it's gonna hurt these pass catchers. They'll still get their targets, but it will benefit Austin Eckler and it will hurt Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and all those guys. Also, how about Gerald Everett?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a league with Dalton Schultz as my tight end, and he got hurt. I don't know what's happening with him, but Gerald Everett's available, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm picking up Gerald Everett. He's a starting tight end in fantasy, man.
Yep. Dalton Schultz has a PCL sprain, same
Mm.
injury that Zeke had last year.
Oh well, all right, yeah. So hopefully I get Gerald Everett off waivers then.
Yeah, I mean Chiefs look good.
Yeah, I mean,
Clyde, go ahead, go ahead.
I feel like the Chargers probably should have won that game. They kind of let it get away.
Are the Chiefs better without Tyreek?
I'm starting to lean that way. Mahomes looks better without Tyreek. He's spreading the ball around more.
Yeah, I mean they're still just as dangerous of a team that they have been the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Uh, Clyde Edwards-Helaire looks better than I thought he was going to this year. I was super down on him, but he's looking like a RB2 flex play?
Uh, yeah, I mean, he's looking good. I still like am not a believer though.
No. Oh, I'm not either. I'm just saying that he has outperformed my expectations so far.
Yeah, he's looked good in the first two games, but I'm still waiting for him to. I don't know. He's just not. Doesn't feel like the guy, you know. I
No.
don't
And
know.
it could be the such a pass first offense that like it's hard for any running back to succeed. But
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt succeeded when he was there.
yeah, exactly.
Obviously, they're not the same team they were, and there's a huge difference between Kareem Hunt and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But
Oh, huge difference. He did have that run at the end of the game where he was like really trying to protect the ball, and he looked like an idiot doing it. But anyway. Oh, also, Derwin James body slammed Travis Kelce into the dirt, and your man's put that up on TikTok, and that motherfucker got 2.5 million views. So, anybody watching, if you look up Travis Kelce on TikTok, my video is like the first one to come up. So, pretty cool.
there we go. Dolphins Ravens.
Hell of a game.
What a game, dude. What a what a fantasy just like smorgasbord. Like
Fucking,
Waddle,
yep.
Hill, Lamar, Tua, Gasecki caught a touchdown. Bateman
Yep.
had a good game.
Andrews.
Andrews,
I think Duvernay had a pretty good game. I think he had like
he
13.
he had 13. He had a touchdown on a kick return to open the game.
Yeah. Hell of a game.
I
Hell of a
can't
game.
believe the Dolphins won.
I know. I thought the game was over. It was like 35 to 14 or something. They were down 3 touchdowns, and they just kept on clawing, man. But like we said, I'm still not a Tua believer. Great game. I mean, the game of his career so far, but I still got to see it.
I mean, it's hard not to have at least one of those games once in a while with the targets that you have there.
Yeah.
That game kind of opened my eyes because now I'm like, maybe he is good. I'm with you. I'm not saying that Tua is good yet, but he's got my eye.
I think the team's good. I think the team's a lot better than I thought they were going to be. I think Jalen Waddle is a hell of a lot better than I thought he was going to be. But yeah, I'm still not a believer of Tua. I feel like pretty much, I think me or you could have made those throws because basically both of the Tyreek Hill touchdowns, he was wide open, and the one he underthrew the fuck out of him. Like he could have thrown it 5 more yards ahead, and it would have been a perfect throw. He had to stop and come back to it to catch it. So I'm still not big on Tua. Good for him. They had to come back. Whatever. But the team as a whole, way better than I thought. I thought the Ravens were gonna blow them out, and they were. Came back. But also the Ravens, I don't know how they choked that. I mean, they were leaving dudes wide open.
Yeah, and that's just one more thing about Tua is anybody can throw to someone who's wide ass open.
Yeah.
I need to see some throws where like corner of the end zone, he's got a man on his hip and that ball needs to be put where no one else can catch it other than the receiver. Those are the throws that I'm looking for to say like this dude's good. He's the real
The
deal.
the only throw that he had where he threw it where no one else could get it was the Mike Gesicki touchdown. And the only reason that they scored a touchdown is because Gesicki must be like 7 foot tall and he jumped fucking 8 foot in the air to be able to catch that thing. Because, dude, that thing was going into the fifth round of the grandstands, the fifth
Yeah.
row.
Lake Nick said, I'm gonna go play some Warzone. Have a good night, evening, or whatever you are, but take care. Thanks, bud. You too.
Thanks for tuning in.
Jets Browns.
Another hell of a game. Big comeback.
Amari Cooper.
Huge game. Nick Chubb, 3 touchdowns.
Yep. I mean, good for Chubb or good for Cooper.
Yeah. Donovan Peoples-Jones did nothing. 0 points.
Oh, I was wrong on that one.
Yeah. I gave some advice to somebody in a league. I said, you should pick up Donovan Peoples-Jones because your team kind of looks like shit and they needed somebody to start. I said, you should start Donovan Peoples-Jones. 0 points. Also, I told the same person, pick up Rex Burkhead. He looks like the #1 right now. Your team sucks. Start him. Put up 2.9. I tell you this because this person still scored over 200 points and won their matchup, like, convincingly. Because they got Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. But anyway, Donovan Peoples-Jones was not it this weekend.
His one target was a touchdown pass and it got taken away.
Yeah.
Which
And I think
it
that was a
wasn't a
touchdown.
You think it was a touchdown?
I think it was a touchdown.
I'd have to watch it again, but I remember watching it and being like, um, it was close. I remember thinking it was close, but then at the end I was like, yeah, it's not a touchdown. I think the ball
Yeah.
was moving a little bit.
Garrett Wilson, big game.
Yes. I'd like some shares of him, but I don't think he's available anywhere.
Nope. Already gone. Elijah Moore did nothing again this week. Brees Hall showed some flashes.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco looked awesome. I think the biggest takeaway from the game, though, is that the Browns had the ball up, whatever they were, and they scored that touchdown to go up 30 to whatever it was, 17, I think it was. And Chubb could have just laid down in the grass and not scored the touchdown. They could have ran the clock out. But instead, he scores, which that's great for fantasy. And at the time, I don't have Nick Chubb in any leagues, but, I'm like, oh, good for him. He's got 3 touchdowns. But that pretty much lost him the game.
Right. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be saying good for him if you were playing against him.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I mean, he's a phenomenal runner.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just another interesting game this weekend. I mean, not interesting for Browns fans, but
Yeah, the Browns had a 99.9% chance of winning the game, and they lost. So,
should have bet on that game for the Jets to win during the game when the odds were
yeah.
crazy.
But that would have been a dumbass bet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who would do that?
Probably only Jets fans.
Yeah, pretty much. But also Jacoby Brissett, I mean, they're kind of moving the ball at the end of that game. They could have gotten to field goal range, and he threw a brutal interception. I mean, just awful. But he sucks. Anyway.
Commanders Lions.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, baby.
I know,
Man,
dude.
was I right about him or what? Swift, too.
Yep.
Goff had a good game.
They both look good. I think Jared Goff is a solid fantasy streamer. I would consider starting him this week if he wasn't playing Minnesota.
Yep.
Part of that is because I don't want to bet against my own team, and also because I know our defense is good. They didn't show it last night, but I know our defense is good. They're going to be looking for a huge comeback game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously, everybody still start Swift, still start Brown. Like, that's just a given.
No, I do think, and I don't think a lot of people agree, but I do think that Jared Goff is like a legitimate fantasy player this year. The weapons are crazy. Like DJ Chark didn't score any points. And he's still on that team, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, DeAndre Swift would easily be the #1 back in fantasy if it wasn't for Jamal Williams. Because that's the only thing about that team. They get down to the goal line and they hand it off to Jamal Williams 3 times.
Yep.
Swift is never in the game on the goal line carries.
It's frustrating as a fantasy owner when shit
Really
like that
is.
happens.
Because he had a really good game. Like, he had big plays and he scored like 15 or 16, whatever. But he should have had probably 2 touchdowns on top of that.
Yeah. And on the other side, Curtis Samuel
I've been really excited to talk about the Commanders. Last week you asked about Terry McLaurin if he was still the number one. He's not. He's just not. Dude, he might be the number three.
I'm still gonna give him the number two.
I think it's almost like 1A, 1B, and 1C. Dude, they got some fucking ballers, man. And Wentz is like the same thing as Tua almost. Like I still don't think Wentz is good, but he's good in fantasy.
I mean, yeah, I also think he is a valid fantasy starter. But again,
Yeah.
not this week.
Who they got?
I cannot remember. But the
I'm
Eagles.
checking. Is it the Eagles?
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, it could be a big revenge game though.
You never know.
But dude, Curtis Samuel. Oh man, that's gonna be like the waiver pickup of the year, and Jahan Dotson too. I mean, Jahan Dotson still had 18, scored a touchdown. Yeah, if you drafted Terry McLaurin, I'm so sorry, which I did. So I'm sorry to myself, but
I have him in one league, and honestly, like if you have any part of that, you know what? Not even don't even like say I'm sorry. If you have any part of that team, any of those three receivers, you're gonna be all right.
yeah, you're putting up good points regardless. Yeah.
Because Terry McLaurin is too good to not get his.
Yeah, like he's still doing all right. I mean, he's putting up double digit games. It's not like he's a no show,
Right. He's not
but
Darnell Mooney.
yeah, exactly. But even Gibson's still looking all right.
Yeah, kind of pissed about that.
Yeah, me too. But Robinson or whatever, he's coming back soon, so he's gonna be the guy.
Honestly, I
But
hope so.
yeah, so do I. But nah, dude, the Commanders is like a really well, I guess not now, but a really sleepy, good fantasy team. Just the whole team is putting up numbers. Logan Thomas had a touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, just that was a really good game.
And
Like just two exciting teams.
you got to remember, like, the Logan Thomas situation. Like, when Wentz was in Philly, he loved Zach Ertz.
Yeah,
So, if you're really, really, really struggling for a tight end and Logan Thomas is there and you can afford to drop someone, I would say pick up Logan Thomas as long as Everett's not there. Um, there's somebody else, Higby.
yeah,
Higby is playing well. I have him in two leagues, I think,
yeah. Hayden Hurst.
which has helped me out too because with Kittle going down in my league.
Yeah, yeah, he's been a sleeper.
So Everett and Higby, and maybe there's not a third. But yeah, if those two aren't there, I think Logan Thomas is a good bet.
I
Also,
mean, yeah,
Irv
go
Smith
ahead.
Jr. looks like he might be getting a more prominent role as well.
He got a lot of targets last night.
He
Like
would have
they were
had,
throwing to him a shit ton.
if he would have caught that ball, he probably would have scored. He probably would have had like a 20-point fantasy game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Anything else from this game?
Yeah, Logan Thomas. I was big on him last year, and he was gonna have a good year. Just got hurt.
Yep.
So don't forget about Logan Thomas. Anyway,
Colts Jags. We already talked about that one. How about the Bucks Saints?
Bucks Saints was a terrible game. Really boring until the fight happened.
Yeah.
And Mike Evans. Also, I put that on TikTok. Got a bunch of views. They took it down for violence, which doesn't make any sense. I looked it up on TikTok, and there's a bunch of other videos of the same thing. Anyway, it's a whole nother deal. But no, that game was fucking terrible. Nothing was going on. Brady's throwing the iPad around, crying like a little baby. He's all pissed off because Giselle left him and she's living in a different house. And he looks like shit. Like he's losing weight. He probably has AIDS. And yeah, then Mike Evans fucking slams into Lattimore, and that gave the Bucks a jolt, and that was pretty much why the Bucks won.
Mike Evans don't give a fuck, dude.
No, and fuck him because he's suspended this week, and I have him in two leagues. Get your fucking shit together, buddy.
Did
He
you
does this.
hear? Oh,
He
go
does
ahead.
it every time they play the Saints. We have this shit with Lattimore every fucking time.
I don't know if this is the reason why, but did you see one of the things about him appealing the suspension?
No.
The guy who gave him the suspension, his like son plays for the Packers, and they play Green Bay next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's like appealing it. So I'm sure they'll have someone else review it, and it'll probably be the same result. But you know what?
Yeah.
I know the Evans hit was way worse. Why didn't Lattimore get suspended?
Yeah.
He hit Leonard Fournette. What's the
Yeah.
deal?
The
It's
the
always the
biggest
second guy.
yeah, the biggest takeaway for me from that whole fight, Bruce Arians is pretty much the one that started it. He's the one that started talking shit first. And I don't know if you saw that angle of the fucking video or whatever, but first, I don't even. What is Bruce Arians doing on the fucking sideline? Bruce Arians isn't the fucking coach anymore. So that blew me away. Like, am I seeing this right? Bruce Arians is on the sideline, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's jawing his fucking mouth to Lattimore. And then that got Brady jawing his fucking mouth. And then that got Mike Evans running from the sideline and decking the shit out of Lattimore. It's all Bruce Arians' fault. And he's not even the fucking coach.
No, what was he doing there?
I think he's like a consultant or something, but I still don't know why you're on the fucking sideline.
Right.
Just let fucking Todd Bowles coach the team. You're not the coach anymore, Bruce. Brady didn't want you anymore. Jesus Christ. But Brady looks like shit so far.
He does. Mike
And
Thomas looked good again.
yeah,
Chris Olave got targets, but not anything that was worth talking about. If he
he,
catches some of those that are better thrown balls, then we might be having a different conversation.
he had like 360 air yards, which doesn't really count for anything. It just means he's getting the ball thrown to him deep.
Which is a good sign if you're an owner.
Yeah, but it's also just Jameis Winston saying, fuck it. Olave's down there somewhere.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But
I'm probably not starting Brady until Evans and one of the other receivers are back.
yeah,
It's
Brady's sitting out the preseason and shit, like obviously did not help him at all.
And what a surprise. Julio Jones, good week 1. What's he doing week 2? Sitting out with an injury.
Yep.
It never ends.
Yep. They signed Cole Beasley today.
Yeah. But I will say, if Evans and Julio are in the lineup, you can start Brady.
Yeah, and Godwin.
Well, that's a given. I don't know how
Yeah,
long he's
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
out for.
yeah. He'll
So,
be back this week.
yeah, okay. Panthers Giants.
Shitty game. Boring ass game. Baker Mayfield sucks. That coach is gonna get fired probably this week if they don't win. I don't know who they're playing, but that guy blows. Daniel Jones sucks. The Giants suck. Everybody sucks in that whole game. Baker doesn't throw it to DJ Moore. He's addicted to Robbie Anderson. DJ Moore still had like 13, but ah, terrible game.
Christian McCaffrey still ended up with a good game, but he's not getting the volume that we're used to seeing out of him out of the backfield, meaning pass catching wise.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 108 on the ground or something?
Yeah, no, he had a good game. That was the only one that had a good game.
Just not the Christian McCaffrey that we've seen in years past, which, if you're an owner, probably a good thing. Less chance of
Yeah,
him getting hurt. I mean, yeah, you want
exactly.
those points, but would you rather have 15 points a game for the whole season, or would you rather have 3 straight games of 30 and then lose him for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
So I get it, but you gotta look at both sides. Um, Saquon, slow game. Sterling Shepard's getting some volume. I think he's a decent waiver wire pickup. But I mean, nothing really to talk about from this game. If you're a
Not
Giants
really.
fan, you're happy you're 2-0.
Every time that game came on Red Zone, The Giants were throwing it to that Davis guy. I don't even know who he is.
Another game with Tony having no stat line.
Yeah, if you have Tony, drop him. He's a waste of a fucking roster spot.
Which going into the year, we said he was the only Giants receiver worth rostering.
Yeah. Crazy how that changes.
Yeah.
He needs to get traded.
Your Pats caught a win this weekend.
Got a win. Still didn't look very good. Jacoby Myers had a good game, and he's going to keep having good games. He gets a lot of targets. The only thing is he doesn't score touchdowns, so he's kind of limited. But I think he still had like 18. Just got a shit ton of targets. Harris had a pretty good game. Got hurt at the end though. So if you're a Ramondre Stevenson owner, check out for that because we got the Ravens this week. And if Harris doesn't play, then Stevenson's in for a big game. And the Steelers still look like shit. Everybody's bitching about their offensive coordinator. Pickens is on the field a bunch and still isn't doing anything. I'm kind of close to saying that you could probably get rid of Pickens just because the offense is so limited with Trubisky. But yeah, I mean we squeaked out a win. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox this week because my expectations are set. I know what to expect out of this team now. I think we'll play the Ravens tough. I don't think we'll get a win, but we're 1-1. I don't know.
You'll play tough up until about the third, and then they'll run away with it.
Yeah, I don't know what the spread is, but I feel like we could cover. But
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of volume for Deontay Johnson. Najee Harris, shitty game. I mean, if you don't have Deontay Johnson, you don't want any other Steelers receiver.
yeah, Najee has not looked good at all. That's been that's been a waste of a pick if you took him.
Right? And we're not sounding the alarm, but that's I mean Najee and Deontay are really the only Steelers that you're gonna want shares of right now. And I don't know. Deontay's targets gotta get more catches if it's and he's gotta get in the end zone.
Yeah, Fryer moved too though. He's had back to back like 12, 13 point games. He's
Yeah,
getting a lot of
which
targets.
I mean isn't bad for 12, 13. You're getting that out of your tight end, that's not bad.
Yeah.
If they're not Kelsey and they're not Andrews and they're not I mean, we'll get into Pitts, but if you're not of that category, you're getting 12 and 13 from your tight end. I'd be happy with it.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And here we go, Falcons Rams.
Another crazy game. A game that I mean, I kind of thought was over, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh fuck, we're here watching the Falcons, and they have a chance to win the game.
I really wish they would have.
Me too. Me too.
Drake London, you're happy if you have him on your team.
Looking really good.
Kyle Pitts, another dud performance. And that's going to change.
It has to.
It's going to change. If you have Kyle Pitts, relax. He's going to be fine. If you don't have Kyle Pitts, go out and try to get him. This is the
Yeah.
perfect time right now. If you have a Tyler Higbee or a Gerald Everett or I don't know if I'd say Logan Thomas yet, but if you have any of those guys that have been putting up numbers, go out and try to get yourself Kyle Pitts. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, this is the lowest you're gonna be able to get him for right now.
He's going to have 23 fantasy points next week.
All right, bold take.
The Rams, dude, Cooper Kupp is just different.
Yeah, he is.
He is the best fantasy player that you can have. And honestly, dude, I wish I went wide receiver first.
I gotta disagree with that. I gotta disagree with that. Stephon Diggs right now is the best fantasy player you can have. And yeah, after we'll get into that too, but after these first 2 weeks, do not let me take a running back in the first round next year. I am not doing it. I'm
I'm
going receiver.
I'm not either.
Receiver, receiver. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know if anybody else like feels the way about this. Cooper Kupp is okay, other than Stephon Diggs, because you brought up a good point. Other than Diggs, Cooper Kupp is the best fantasy player, best fantasy receiver you can have. He is not the best receiver in the league.
No, no, not even close. Not even close. Talent wise, not even close to being the best receiver in the league.
No. And like I was talking about this weekend. If you have you're on the 30-yard line. You got 4 seconds left and you're down by 6. You're going to throw a jump ball to Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. And there's some other guys on that list too. Mike Williams. And I'm not saying Mike Williams is
Yeah.
better than Cooper Kupp. I mean, that's a conversation we could have because you can make the case, but I'm not getting into that. You're not throwing it to Cooper Kupp.
No, he's not that kind of a receiver. He's
No,
not really like an outside guy at all.
he is not he is a complete receiver, but he's not as complete as those guys that I just talked about.
Yeah, he's not a guy that's gonna jump up and get contested catches. He just finds a way to get open. Like it
He's
seems like every time they throw him the ball, he's wide open.
he's a target monster,
Yeah.
and like it's fucking annoying
Yeah, if you're
because you
playing him.
look at yeah, and also you look at who you drafted before him.
Yeah. And it pisses me off the Cooper Cup because you remember, dude, I was so early on him. You
Yeah,
remember I used to be like, oh, dude, Cooper Cup, Cooper Cup.
and
And
I'd be
like
and like you would offer me him in trades, and I'd be like, no, dude, I don't want
yeah,
Cooper Kupp.
yeah. No, I was big on Cooper Cup. And then I kind of fell off of it because I mean, he was good, but he was just like never that guy. But now, they got Stafford and yeah, no. You know you're gonna get 20 out of Cooper Cup every week.
Absolutely, it's like
Yeah.
not even a question. Like you don't even have to think about it.
Plug it in, leave it. Even your bye week, he'll probably still score 20 points.
18.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Cooper Kupp is obviously the bright spot. Allen Robinson caught a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're happy about that if you're an Allen Robinson owner. Higby, good game.
Yeah.
If he's on waivers, go pick him up. Even if
Absolutely.
even if you have Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, go pick him up. Don't let
Yeah,
someone
trade
else get
bait.
him. Yeah, trade bait and bench bye week. And depending on who it is and depending on your matchups, you could probably flex them.
Yeah.
Especially in leagues where there's two flex or like yeah, and two flex.
Yeah. But the running backs. If you have either one of the Rams running backs, if you have Cam Akers, I have Cam Akers in one league. Wait until he has like a 15, 20 point game and trade that motherfucker to anybody for anything. Same thing with Henderson. I mean Henderson's been the guy in the first 2 weeks, but it's gonna end up being a split. You saw it last week. Cam Akers get more carries now. I don't want anything to do with either one of them. So
It's
if
a
you have
pass first
Henderson,
offense too.
yeah, if you have Henderson, probably you should try to get rid of him now. And Akers, wait for him to have a good game, get rid of him.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Also on the Falcon side, Cordero Patterson didn't do anything, had 10 carries. Also, Tyler Elgire, whatever the fuck his name is, also had 10 carries.
Did you know that Drake London is older than Kyle Pitts?
I did not know that.
Kyle Pitts was 20 years old last year.
Really?
They're both 21.
Wow. Dude,
Isn't
he's
that
got a long career ahead
isn't
of him.
that weird?
That's wild. Yeah, Kyle Pitts, he'll step it up though.
Absolutely. Oh, I had the list of games up, but
Oh boy.
Seahawks 49ers.
Uh, Trey Lance, he's
Yeah,
done.
that's tough.
Dude, his
If
career is basically toast.
if you have any of the 49ers pass catchers, nothing changes. Like you're still starting the guys like you're still starting Debo, you're still starting Kittle. And honestly, it might work out better for you.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get to see Lance really throw the ball, so I guess I can't say that. But you had Jimmy last year. You had Debo last year. Look at what Debo did last year. And Kittle's played with Jimmy for years. And if you have Debo, Trey Lance being out means he's not taking Russian carries from him.
Yeah.
Also, Jeff Wilson Jr., I know you said you weren't high on him last week, and I said I'm less high on him today than I was yesterday. That's what I said last week. I'm in on him.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in on him. I think he had like 12 fantasy points or something, 12.3 maybe. The running back behind him, he's hurt. And I believe Marlon Mack got elevated to the roster today. But at the same time, there's a reason he was a free agent.
Yeah.
So I think Jeff Wilson is a solid flex play. I mean, I wouldn't pull the trigger this week, but going forward, I could see him being a flex play.
Well, it's different now because Trey Lance isn't going to take any of the carries away. You still have Debo to worry about. I mean, as far as the Niners go with Jimmy Garoppolo, though, I mean, they're almost more of a contender with Garoppolo at quarterback. It doesn't change anything like fantasy wise, I don't think. Other than, like I said, for the running backs, it's going to be better for them with Jimmy. But for the actual team, they have a better chance of contending for a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo than Trey Lance. Nothing against Trey Lance. Like Trey Lance probably would have played better than Garoppolo, but Garoppolo just has the experience.
Right. And, it's hard to say because Lance could have came in and balled out. I was expecting him to.
Yeah.
Um, it's hard to say. But, yeah, he's a veteran. And they can win with him.
Yeah. Also, did you see the incentives that he has in his contract?
Yeah, he made like $350,000 Sunday.
250 grand every game he plays, over 25% of the snaps, plus 100 grand for a win.
Wow.
So if you add it up, the dude's gonna make 4 million if he plays every game to the end of the season. He's gonna make $4 million extra just because he's the starter, plus however many games he wins, plus whatever he's making on top of that. So that's why when he went in on the first play, he was smiling so much. That's because the dude knew like he was gonna fucking make a bag.
Yeah, and it says that there was people inside the organization that the 49ers are better now.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see.
you know.
And I mean, from the Seahawks side, if you have Tyler Lockett, you're a happy guy.
Yeah.
You have DK Metcalf, you're frustrated.
Yep. Gino
It's
looked like shit.
it's gonna be a tough year for DK. I think Lockett's kind of like that security blanket. I don't know why he's ranked so low every year because he balls out every single year. Every year.
And we get fooled every year.
Yeah. I think DK will be fine. He's going to have his off games. He's going to have really good games. He's a flex at best, though. He's not
Yeah.
a wide receiver, two anymore.
Yeah, at this point. He just doesn't have the quarterback, man. And he had that really good catch on that flea flicker deal or whatever. And it
That was
didn't
a
count.
phenomenal catch.
Yeah, and it didn't count. And then the one time that the Seahawks got in the red zone, they run that trick play with they lined up four running backs in Wildcat and had DJ Dallas throw it in the end zone, and he threw it straight to the fucking Niners. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Also, Rashad Penny did nothing.
Do we have any stats on Kenneth Walker's game?
I mean, I saw him a little bit. He had to have done better than Penny. Penny had a point and a half.
Nothing to be. I mean, we don't even have to talk about it unless I'm wrong and he had a few catches.
Walker had three and a half, four rushes for 10 yards, and
Oh, he's a flex player this week then.
two catches on three targets for 5 yards. But I don't know. Yeah, we kind of got fooled a little bit by the Seahawks because they played good against Denver. But I think I said it. There was a lot that went into that game. Just they spent all summer for that game, like trying to say "fuck you" to Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
So that team is still bad.
I think they'll have good glimpses here and there though. I still see them winning games.
Yeah, I mean they'll still be competitive.
Right.
Be a tough team to beat. I mean they're not just gonna roll over. It's a well coached team.
Yeah.
They just don't have talent.
Yeah. Texans Broncos. I wish the Texans would have won this game.
Me too.
Portland Sutton, good game. Jerry Judy got hurt, but he's day to day. He's gonna be fine. I mean, the Broncos look like shit.
Oh, they look terrible. That coach sucks. How many delay games did they have?
I
It
have
got
no
so bad
idea.
to the point at the end of the game, the crowd was counting down the fucking clock because they fucking suck, man. That coach is terrible. And Javante Williams didn't. He had like nine. Melvin Gordon didn't do anything. Russell Wilson looked like shit. But Sutton, though, man, he's getting all the targets.
Yeah.
Like Sutton is clearly the guy.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean the Texans hung in there, but the Broncos are fucking. They just look bad. I do think they're gonna get it together though.
No, me too. Brandon Cooks had an okay game. I want to say he had between 11 and 13 fantasy points, something like that. Not a great performance, but that's the only really relevant player other than Damian Pierce. I mean, he had 69 on the ground.
Had 15 carries,
Yeah, so
so
little more upside than what we saw from week one.
yeah, a glimpse of hope.
Rookies take time,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, pretty fucking boring game.
Oh, terribly boring game, dude. The 4 o'clock bracket of games were so fucking boring until the fourth quarter. I was falling asleep on the couch. It was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, just a boring game. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
no fantasy action other than Cortland Sutton. That's it.
Yep. That was all.
Cardinals Raiders.
The only good game of the 4 o'clock bracket, and only till it got to the end. The Raiders choked the fuck out of this game. Devontae Adams didn't do anything. Coming off the big game, he doesn't do fucking shit. Josh Jacobs still isn't doing anything. Basically, the only guy that was getting any love was Hunter Renfro. Well, actually, Waller had a pretty good game. But Renfro was getting fed a lot, and then he blew the game at the end.
What was it? 20-0.
Yeah. And Kyler Murray came back, had that 1 2 point conversion where he was running around for 30 seconds.
Dude, he is fucking quick.
Jesus Christ. Like, I talk shit about the guy, and I, like, do not like him as a person at all, but, dude, he is fucking fast.
You know why they came back, right? Because he wanted to get
Because,
out. He wanted to get out of there, go home, play that COD beta.
yeah, he fucking played it at halftime. Was like, oh, fuck, let's get this game over with, man. Come on.
But I mean, hell of a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, James Conner got hurt. Ertz had a good game. Marquise Brown was okay,
If it
but
wasn't for overtime, his points would have looked a lot different.
yeah,
Brown.
yeah,
I mean, not a stellar fantasy game, really.
not really. No,
I mean, I think Kyler had a good game, but that's all second half. Not taking anything away from it, but
just a crazy game.
yeah, I mean that's it really.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like good fantasy wise to say, but yeah, just a
Forced
crazy game.
forced fumble in overtime.
Yeah.
All right, and the Titans and the Bills.
All I got to say, the Bills are the real deal, and I don't think anybody can beat them until I see it. I honestly, I think they're gonna kick the fucking shit out of the Dolphins this week, and Dolphins fans are gonna get like put down on their ass because right now they're oh fucking look at us. No, no, no. Sorry, you're gonna get your ass blown out this week. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league. Stephon Diggs, that duo, that's like the best wide receiver quarterback duo in fucking years. Better than Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I mean, Diggs is playing out of his fucking mind right now. They didn't even have Gabriel Davis, and they hung 41 on the Titans. All I got to say about the Titans, they fucking suck. I mean, they're fucking terrible. Ryan Tannehill is not going to be the starter by the end of the year. He looks like shit. And Derrick Henry, if he has another bad game, sound the alarms on Derrick Henry. I feel I got a lot of emotion about that game.
Amped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Diggs looked phenomenal. I mean it is against Titans, but still nothing really from the Buffalo running backs. They're gonna be a pass first team all year.
Yeah.
Flex play at best. Um, Derrick Henry, I'm giving him a few more games before we sound the alarm because of who he is and because he's their only option. It's
Yeah.
it's him. It's not even the Titans. It's Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
That's it. And also, they hung 41. The defense was really good for the Bills too.
Really good.
Wasn't all offense, but still. I mean, yeah, offense is phenomenal. Not saying they're not, but that defense was really good last night.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really it. Just
I mean, Traylon Burks looked good, I guess.
for the
He's
first half.
yeah, he still sucks. Ryan Tannehill is really bad though. Ryan Tannehill by the end of this year is going to be flipping burgers at Burger King, bro. Like, I'm sorry, the Titans might be the worst team in the league. They're bad.
They are. They're really bad. How'd we
Yeah.
do on our picks this week? Vikings, Eagles, I got that one wrong. So did you. Um, I
Yeah.
took the Chiefs.
We need to write these down. I took the Chargers.
I took the Ravens.
I also took the Ravens.
I
Definitely,
took the Browns.
yeah, definitely took the Browns.
Took the Lions, so got that one. Took the
Yeah,
Colts. Or wait, did I say Jags?
I don't know. I thought you said Washington.
Yeah, you might be right. I might have took Washington.
I think you took Washington. I know I took the Pats. I think I took the Bucks.
Yeah, we both took the Bucks.
I
Did
took
I?
the Giants.
Did I say Giants?
I don't know. We gotta keep track of this week. I
I
got
got.
pen and
Yeah, so do I.
yeah, I got pen and paper. We're gonna do this week because the problem is that like I make these picks on Tuesday, and then like me, my brother, and my dad do picks every Sunday, and like we write them all down. So I mean, for that deal, I went 6 and 7, but I know I didn't make the same picks.
Right.
You know?
We both took the Pats. We both took the Rams. We
Yeah,
both took the Niners. I think we both took the Bengals, bro.
we definitely both took the Bengals.
We both took the Broncos. We both picked the Raiders.
Yep.
I remember Troy going the Raiders.
Yeah,
Did you pick the Bears?
I did take the Bears.
And then we both took the Bills.
Yeah,
All right, so we'll start keeping track now.
yeah,
So we'll run through our picks, and then we'll do a quick little waiver pickup. Now, I definitely won't be as in depth or as long as last week.
yeah. There's not as much to talk about.
No, I'm gonna get my notepad ready too.
All right. Yeah, this would be good. Starting now till the rest of the season, we're gonna see who does picks better.
All right, sounds good.
All right, this is gonna be a little competition between us.
So what? 10 points a game. 10 points every one you get right. Add it up at the end of the year.
You just do one.
Fine.
You just do 1 point.
All
Whoever
right,
has a
fine.
better record. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not rocket science here.
It's not like I said like 8.
All right. So, Steelers, Browns,
Browns,
Browns.
Lions, Vikings.
Uh, uh, I think. Do you think it's going to be a close game?
I could see it going either way.
I think it's going to be a close game. I'll take the Vikings, though.
Okay. Don't feel pressured,
I'm.
bro. I'd understand.
Yeah, no, no. Is it in Detroit?
No, it's in Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, Vikings. All right,
Bills, Dolphins.
Bills, easily.
Eagles, Commanders.
Motherfucker, you're not even making your pick. You didn't
Oh,
even you didn't even say.
I already wrote Bills down. So
Oh,
I wasn't even,
oh.
I just thought we already talked about it. Bills.
Well, you okay? All
My bad.
right.
You said Eagles?
Oh, I didn't say anything. It's Eagles Commanders, right?
No. Or yeah, Eagles, Commanders. Yes.
Yeah, I got the Eagles.
Me too.
Okay.
Saints, Panthers.
Saints. The Panthers need to win this game if they want to keep their coach.
This one's tough, dude. Jameis does not look that good.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
go
he
Saints.
doesn't. We gotta switch up here eventually.
Texans, Bears.
Oh, that's a tough game. Wow.
Texans.
Wow. Both teams suck, kind of. I gotta go with the Texans though.
Chiefs, Colts. Colts gonna get their first win against the Chiefs.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ravens, Pats.
I could see us winning.
Me too, but I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm still taking the Ravens, but like I said, I think we'll cover.
Bengals, Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
Oh, I'm taking the Bengals because they got to get right at some point.
Raiders, Titans.
Raiders.
Same. Jags, Chargers.
Is this going to be like a sleepy good game?
I'm gonna take the Jags.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really? I'm going
Is
Chargers.
that stupid?
Well, I mean, it depends on how hurt Herbert is.
No. That's a big deal.
It is. That'll be a big win. If the Jags win, that's going to be huge for them.
Nah, I'm gonna go Chargers. But if the
Yeah,
Jags win, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
right?
Not really, but I'll be like, damn, I should have stuck with it. Packers, Bucks.
Mm,
Man, is Evans is out.
I got to go with the Packers.
Two teams with no receiving core,
Yeah, I mean,
and Green Bay's got a better running game. I
yeah,
mean, better duo running game.
yeah. I mean, the Bucks have a better defense, I would say, but it's kind of close. I just think Brady's look like shit.
Fuck, I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Mm,
Rams, Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals.
yeah, I could see that, but I'll go with the Rams just so we can be different. I do think the
Falcons,
Rams gonna win.
Falcons, Seahawks.
Oh God, battle of the
I'm going Atlanta.
so am I.
Ooh,
Two shit
Niners,
teams.
Broncos.
Ooh, wow, big game. I go with the Niners.
Yeah, me too. Cowboys, Giants. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
So am I. Giants are in for a letdown. Is that Sunday night?
Monday.
Oh, that's the last game.
I gotta look through these again, see if there's any upsets I can pick.
I
Oh well, I already went with the Jets and the Falcons. Well, I guess the Falcons aren't really an upset.
mean, I guess the Niners are kind of an upset, right? Because Denver's playing at home,
Should be, yeah.
so that would be considered an upset. Yeah, this would be fun. See who does better. We agreed on too many of them, though. You know what that means?
They're all gonna be wrong.
They're all gonna be wrong.
Yeah, it's just too good to be true. There's no way Jacksonville's gonna beat the Chargers, right?
I don't know. I mean, before you said it, I didn't think there was a chance, but once you said it, I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know.
If Herbert plays, Chargers. Herbert doesn't play, Jags.
All right. Well, I mean, you still gotta make a pick. Can't just leave it like that. I
I
mean,
mean, fine, Chargers.
Jesus Christ. I mean, oh, I'll make up my mind next week after I see who wins.
All right, and yeah, one thing before we get into the waivers, a reminder: we're on Spotify, Anchor, Twitch, and YouTube. All the links for those channels are in the info section of whatever platform you're listening to us on, including our community Discord, which we have a few people in there. And hop in and ask questions and talk football.
Nice.
Do you have a top waiver wire pickup for the week?
Honestly, I don't. Pretty much the only league that I went for somebody on waivers was Gerald Everett in the one league, and I'm surprised he's still there. Like Gerald Everett should not be available in that many leagues. That was the only league he was available in. As far as the other ones went, I'm only going for like defenses because there's not a lot to look at. I mean, I
No. Yeah, let me pull mine up.
like I'll go league by league and kind of see what there is. I know the one league in the trade league, some dumb fuck dropped David Montgomery
In what league?
in the forced trade league.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean that's a totally different animal. Um, I see a lot of people saying Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. He got more time than Edmonds.
It's just I don't love that. I mean, I don't think it's a guy you could start.
I just gotta ask, what league are you going for Everett in? Is it one of ours?
No,
Oh, it's
is he
not.
He's available in another one?
No.
No, I'm s- I'm assuming it's this league. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I don't need him. I have Mark Andrews. I'm not even gonna bother.
I probably won't get him anyways.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's just not a lot to love. Raheem Mostert's a big name that people are talking about. Benjamin for if James Conner doesn't play, but he was splitting time with the other guy anyway. So
So I've got one in for Everett, Thomas. Let's see. I mean, I'll probably put one in tonight for my league just because I have Taysom Hill and I don't want him anymore.
yeah,
That was just kind of like a we'll see if he can do this again. Rather have me get him and him bust than someone else get him and he blows up.
yeah,
But other than that, I mean, like in my league, I've got Higby and Kittle. So nothing I really want there. And
yeah, and that's the league I'm looking at. I mean, there's nothing at running back. Rex Burkhead's available, but
Gallagher.
yeah, I mean, I'd give him another week to see what he does. Um,
And then I've got one in for a defense and Sterling Shepard in a league. Another one. You're not in it.
yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot at all this week.
Should I keep Tyler Conklin or should I pick up Logan Thomas?
Yeah, it's kind of a toss up. I'd probably go Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Tua's available in your leagues, you could probably pick up Tua, stash him on your bench for a
Right.
couple weeks, see if he keeps on doing what he did last week. Um, yeah, Dave's league, Damian Pierce is available.
Yeah, Ethan dropped him.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure this was the league that. Hold on, I gotta figure out. He he dropped him, but he has two bench spots open. He has two empty bench spots.
You know, I looked at that today. He might have dropped them after that waiver though, because that was before the games, obviously. So
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's kind of boring, but there's like nothing.
no. I mean, yeah. In another league I've got one in for Eagles defense, Jared Goff, and Sterling Shepard. And I might as well use those waivers because I have the Bengals defense, Trey Lance, and Donovan Peoples Jones.
Yeah,
I don't need them. I might as well just get what I want.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Like if I have guys that drop, then the one league I had Trey Lance, so I'm picking up Carson Wentz. I think I put in for, and then I'm just going for defenses in most of the leagues.
I'm trying to snag Tua in this one league, my sleeper league. Um, Dude, my team in this league, if they keep performing, this team is blowout. Tom Brady, Austin Eckler, Dalvin Cook, Brandon Cooks, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyler Higbee, Christian Kirk, Cortland Sutton, Will Lutz, and Denver defense.
Jesus Christ.
And then on my bench, Jeff Wilson, Damian Pierce. I did snag Josh Gordon when I saw that he was elevated, but I'm dropping him. Robbie Anderson, Dalton Schultz, Keenan Allen, and Jamison Williams.
Damn. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, but I've thought that about teams before and then they're shit.
Yeah.
Like, remember I sent you my team in that 12-man draft and you were like, that's not even fair. I'm 0-2.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well, I
happens.
mean, this week, Trey Lance was my starter.
Yeah, that's what fucked me in the one league. But yeah, it is what it is.
It's week 2.
Yeah, I'm 1-1 in 3 leagues and 0-2 in the trade league. And I mean the trade league. Sorry, Dave, but
You're
I
one and
don't.
one. You're 1-1 in 3 leagues, and then 0-2 in another.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I am.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, we'll get it together.
Yeah. Just remember, guys, it's only week 2. Don't give up on your players. Not time to panic about anything. I once started 0-4 and made playoffs. So it's okay if you're 0-2. It's you haven't lost all hope. Injuries are gonna
That
happen, and then bye weeks are coming.
0-4 is like as far as you can go, though.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, if you go 0-5, your season's over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. This is if you're 0-2 right now, this is a pivotal week.
In our league, the final standing projections, or my league, but yeah, I think you, me, and Dave are top 3.
Oh, really?
It's like Dave, you, and then me. I think, or yeah, Dave, you, then me, maybe.
Who was the lead scoring team in that league this week?
It was Josh.
Oh, who was second?
That'd be you.
Oh, huh. Who was third?
Third would be Dave.
So you're telling me it's not the B team, it's the C team. Hmm. Okay.
Definitely a way you could look at it. All right. You got anything else for the people?
That's all I got.
All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoy this episode. Hope you're enjoying all of them so far. Check us out on YouTube, Twitch. Well, YouTube, Twitch, basically doesn't matter. Either one, it's gonna be the same thing. Um, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.